Hey everyone, welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Today we are watching a player by the name of Fexy TTV. He is playing in the Bat Châtillon 25T, and as you may have seen either in my videos or in the World of Tanks news or wherever recently, this vehicle was given a buff. So Fexy, when he submitted this replay on the WoT Replays website, has stated that the Bat Chât is overpowered. Is it? Maybe, possibly. I personally was recently working my way towards it and still kinda am in a sense. Because it was also the on-track vehicle in the World of Tanks North American server anyway, I don't know about the rest, right after it was buffed. So I was like, you know what, I've been thinking about this vehicle for a while, when is a better time than now, right after a buff and when it's on a bit of a discount. So as of recording this replay, I haven't purchased the tier, or I haven't played the tier 10 yet. I purchased it, it's sitting in my garage, but I am enjoying the tier 9 a fair bit, and you can see why. This plays very similarly to the tier 9, and just like that, although it's a bit of a long interclip reload there, you can unload that massive magazine into enemy vehicles fairly efficiently. Another thing I don't mind about this vehicle is its camo. Its camo is almost on par with a lot of light tanks, and compared to something like the Barask I think has a bit of a better camo value. I haven't looked at the numbers, but just the way it feels, I don't think it's as good as the Barask, which makes sense based on their sizes, but still, it's enough that you can sit in the bush with especially something like a heavy tank a few hundred meters away and not have to worry too much as long as you're careful with firing your gun and such. So Fexy here is going to make use of that camo. You're going to see him using bushes very nicely and running into pipes very nicely, and overall just using this tank very well. I like how I can tell when watching these replays when it's a very good player that is doing things right versus when it's not the greatest player ever, just getting a little bit lucky, and the difference really does show in a lot of cases. Now he is here with a fresh magazine, unloading it into this M60. He manages to track the M60 with this shot, so he'll get to put one more into the side, and can he put one into the side of the turret? Very closely, it just bounces off that weird angle, and you can see there the M60 looked like when he was reversing, he was looking behind him. He was taking the camera and pointing it in the direction he wanted to go, which makes sense, but you gotta make sure when you're doing that, guys, you hold down the right click mouse button so that way your turret doesn't rotate with your camera, because you don't want to give your enemies the side of your turret that is very easy to penetrate. Keep the front of your turret pointed towards enemy vehicles, even if it's not very well armored. Two reasons. One, if you're going to get a weird bounce, it's probably going to be from the front angle, even if it has no armor. And secondly, well, the side profile is usually bigger than the front profile, so why not, right? It's a good habit to get into as well. You can see here Fexy was backing up from this bush to try not to get spotted by the other Bat Chât, but I think he was just a little bit too close and asking too much. And maybe this other Bat Chât over here, Bat Châts everywhere, managed to get a bit of a peek at him too as well. Object 140 in the distance takes a shot at Fexy, but doesn't manage to connect one. Fexy tries to take a really quick shot there and also fails to connect that one without surprise at all. Now the 60 TP has rolled into the wrong place, and luckily for that 50 TP, Fexy here only had the 2 shells remaining and now is going to sit in this bush, see if he can keep that Object 140 spotted. Maybe if he's lucky, pick up a little bit of spotting assistance and just wait for that reload. I don't know if that 140 is going to sit there long enough for Fexy to fully reload, but we will find out. And I'm not sure if that Object 140, as well as being spotted by the enemy vehicles that it's fighting on the other side of the building in the middle there. It's hard to tell, but I'm guessing most likely, so maybe there's not a whole lot of spotting damage for Fexy to get here anyway, if there's even going to be any, which at this point looks like it's not going to happen, but Fexy does have a shot at the butt of the 140 now, and is doing some damage now that he has his magazine reloaded. Who here remembers that 50 TP from earlier? I can tell you right now, Fexy remembers him, as he takes 600 damage, seemingly out of the blue, from that 50 TP after being spotted during his firing at the Object 140. But now he has another chance to pick up another kill, and the Object 430, just like that, has been removed from the game. Now, off to hunt for the next target, and to reload that gun, which is one of the downfalls of this vehicle, is to reload that entire magazine does take a while, although it is a big magazine, so, I mean, you win some, you lose some, right? But in the meantime, Fexy is going to try to use his camo a little bit and see if he can do some spotting, but it looks like it's probably not going to work out too much in his favor while he's getting that reload in. I'm thinking that he's going to have to get out of there. Hey, there's a train! You hear that train over there? That's a new thing. I haven't seen that train yet. I'm distracted. Squirrel! Easily distracted. Where were we again? Oh yeah, Fexy was wrecking people. There's that 50 TP. Time to return the favor a little bit. Finish him off. Get him out of the battle. That's what you get for shooting Fexy one time. How dare you? As you can see now, Fexy is moving up, getting in there, seeing what he can do. He's got to locate the remainder of the enemy vehicles on the enemy team there. And I have a feeling that some of them are hiding up in that corner. And it looks like Fexy is thinking a very similar thing. He's looking up there, keeping his turret pointed that direction, waiting for some shells to come flying from there. Let's see if he can make full use of the 3 remaining shells he has in his magazine. There's no time to reload. He's just got to get up there and see what he can do. He could take a blind shot up there at that Ho-Ri 3, but it looks like that's probably not a good idea. He wants to save those shells. He doesn't want to risk missing one. He might need them. And the Bat Chat is obviously up there as well. And the Bat Chat is also a target that he doesn't want to really trade shots with too much, because, I mean, you're not going to come out on top of that, especially when you're missing so many hit points. And that Ho-Ri 3 needs to get spotted. Fexy manages to spot him, and his allied team finishes that Ho-Ri off as well. Now it's time to go up there and face that Bat Chat 25 TAP, which looks like he might be reloading, given that he's not firing back at Fexy. And just like that, Fexy is able to get another 1200 damage right at the end of the match there, bringing him to a grand total of 7.2k done this match in 6 minutes. This battle was only 6 minutes long. That's more than 1,000 damage per minute. That's pretty impressive. And after seeing this, can I say that the Bat Chat is now overpowered? Maybe. Perhaps I'll let you know after I've had a chance to play it myself. If you played it since the buff, please do let me know in the comments below if you think it's overpowered, or if you've faced too many of them and gotten your butt kicked repeatedly. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.